Hi, my name is Deborah R. Richardson of Deborah R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you pay the right vendor. Now, this week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is protecting yourself on LinkedIn, which has become the ultimate phishing tool. And I say that because if any of you are on or have visited my new scam alert site. This is where I post all new scam alerts that I hear about, and that if you search LinkedIn, you'll see, and I didn't even capture all of it because you'll see that there's still some room on that elevator button to move down and get more. And so there are always scams related to job alerts, fraudulent messages, which how some of those job scams can start. And so I thought I would take a look at what LinkedIn has as far as how to stay safe on LinkedIn. And by the way, I'm calling it the ultimate phishing tool because that was one of the scam alerts, and it said that there are over 810 million users of LinkedIn or accounts, and that is a great pool of potential victims, which is why they call it the ultimate phishing tool. And so looking at what LinkedIn has available, they have a site, and I will have a link to this site in the description, that's just called Staying Safe on LinkedIn. And so I took a look at what they have for fraudulent messages. As I said before, lots of these frauds start with fraudulent messages from either fake accounts or hacked accounts. I know I get them all the time. So let's take a look at what LinkedIn says, or what they recommend you do on LinkedIn to protect yourself. Now, the first thing they say is don't share your personal information with connections that you don't know. And that's great advice, although I will say I know the purpose of LinkedIn is to only connect with people that you do know, but that is not always the case, but it's good advice. The next one is don't enter login information on links you click from within the message, and we've been told that before. Open up a new window and type in that uh, site that you want to log into, and that's because these cyber criminals create these look-alike sites. And so if you log into them, you give them your login information that they'll then take and try to log in different platforms that you may have access to, because they know that many of us use the same passwords across different sites. Next is when applying for jobs, be wary of recruiters with non-affiliated email addresses, because that can be a red flag for fraud. Also, one of the new scam alerts that's on my site that was in that list is the fact that cyber criminals are posting fake jobs, and they are doing that so that when you get that fake offer letter, and by the way, that is after, or could be after, several interviews, so it seems like it's a valid offer. Anyway, when they get that, when they want to give you an offer letter with generous compensation, they'll send it to your work email, and when you open it, because you know it's generous compensation, it will release malware. And then the last one is to hover over links to ensure that the URL is the expected site. That's good information. However, sometimes it's hard to tell because some of those URL links are very long, and it's easy, not hard to, but easy to get lost in that. Now, they do offer recommendations if you have clicked on links or done other things. So let's take a look at what those are. So if you've already clicked on a bad link or an attachment, scan your computer using a current version of antivirus software. And this is something that you can reach out to your IT team to do. And then if you encounter your username or enter your username and password on a fake site, then make sure you change your password everywhere that you're using that password. And then lastly, if your financial information has been compromised, contact your financial institution, place fraud alerts on your credit reports, and keep a close eye on your activities. And I would say you need to do that anyway, because there was another new scam alert that said that there was a data breach on LinkedIn and 730 million accounts are now out on the dark web. And out of 810 million, that's most of them, which means your information is probably on the dark web and so is mine. All right, here is my new scam alert page. I will put that link to the page in the show notes, but it shows where you can go to subscribe, and then you will be notified every time I publish a new scam alert. All right, so if you would like more information on how to improve your vendor processes, please go to my website, deborahrrichardson.com, for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and just overall bad vendor data. So good luck, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.